Hey guys, welcome to S3 Suspension. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to be installing our street track setup on an EK. All right guys, key features and what's in the box. We have our shocks and springs. Also included with the set is locking collar keys. We have the adjustment knobs to adjust the rebound on the shocks, and any required nuts and bolts needed to install these on your vehicle. One thing to look out for is your information card. On the back has our information on our 2-year warranty. All right, some key features on the actual shock and spring itself. At the top, we have one of our adjustment knobs already installed. This is to control the dampening for the rebound, which is 32-way adjustable. One of the things we offer as well on the top mount are pillowball mounts instead of being rubber. As you can see, this set's right out of the box. They come with Swiss springs, and we set the preload of the spring, whether it includes a helper or not, out of the box for you as well. Dust boots and bump stops are included. As you can also tell, we have a separate adjustment for height and preload of the spring as well. Each set's custom tuned for each application. Now that we've got that all over with, let's get this thing started. All right guys, so we already have the old suspension out of the car, and we have our S3 suspension shocks in. One thing to note, height adjustment. So to do that, this lower collar here, you leave it loose, and you're either going to screw the shock in to lower the vehicle or screw the shock body out of this cup to lengthen it to raise the vehicle. Once again, nice thing about these is its height adjustment is separate from the preload of the spring, so you don't have to worry about that. And once again, the preload of the springs out of the box are already be set. So this collar here with this Allen screw is already tight. You do not have to touch those. So I've already preset the height before installing them on the car. So basically I'm going to tighten this collar down all the way to the bottom. You're going to use your locking collar key and basically crank these over so they're nice and tight. Doesn't have to be over tightened. Nice thing about the Civics, it's not a McPherson strut style, so the shock body doesn't actually rotate as you steer the vehicle. So these typically don't come loose. All right guys, so we're already done putting the rears on. I left these ones out of height adjustment to kind of show you guys what you need to do, but same thing with the front. You're gonna loosen this lower collar here. And to shorten or lower the car, you're going to spin the metal shock body into the bottom black cup to shorten the shock, or you're going to extend it to basically adjust the ride height to raise the car. One thing to note, depending on where you want to go for ride height, now on each shock at the bottom, there's a groove here. So if you find yourself raising the car to the way you want it, and the lower cup comes down to this groove here, you're going to stop. That's basically just a heads up that you're about 1 inch away from the bottom of the end of the shock body, and I don't want you to go any further. So if you see that, don't go further, please. It's more of a safety concern as well, so just make sure you stop there. Most cases, essentially, you won't get to that point there. All right, guys, just wanted to show you a quick portion of installing the knobs to adjust the dampening. So basically, there's pretty much a rod here. It's Allen key. You're going to feel it slide in until it goes all the way down. There's going to be a nut here, and you're going to feel it basically thread the shock shaft. Typically, these don't need to be over tightened at all, so please do not do that, but basically you just put a 17 millimeter on there and just give it a quick little small snug turn there. For the rear, it's going to be the same way. Just a reminder, it's 32-way adjustable. Typically, to adjust to tighten up the dampening, you're basically going to turn it to the right, and to loosen will be to the left. Let's say you're on setting number 10 and you want to go up. I recommend going all the way back to the stiffest setting and bring it back down. It basically just resets everything in there. So, all right guys, that finishes our video for today. We finished up the coilover install on the Civic. Thanks for all the support and make it to the end of the video. Check us out at our website at s3suspension.com, where we have our IG at S3Suspension as well. Thank you so much.